evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, the Incredible Sulk. This is some nice banjo music. I thought it'd be nice. Start us off a little calm tonight, right? Everything's so stressful. Everything's so stressful. Why? Does it have to be like that? I don't think so. I don't think it has to be stressful. I think it'd be chill. The world's coming to an end. You know, money doesn't buy shit anymore, including groceries. So let's just drift off into nothingness. Right? AI is taking your job anyway. Right? You're probably pretty lonely if you're hanging out with me. I mean, that means you have no other possibilities, right? Because who would want to hang out with me? I don't get it. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. Sharing in the joy that is the Sulk stream. So welcome. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well tonight. On this, what is this, a Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. This lovely Wednesday night, evening, depending on where you are. The sun's staying out pretty late these days. That's what happens in the summertime. By the way, I hate daylight savings time. I just really do. I know it's nowhere near daylight savings time, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not just saying that because it's at daylight savings time. I hate it year-round. Anyways, guys, we're talking about whores tonight. Good old-fashioned classic whores. The engine of society is what I call them. What keeps people going. It's what armies march on is whores. We saw a little bit of it last night, and yeah, I knew we were going to continue going on. I just decided to hop on in tonight, and, you know, a little bit of light watching never hurts. This show is pretty heavy. It's a full meal. Does it need to be? Does it need to be that? Does it need to be so involved? Can't it just be light watching? You play some video games on the side. You look over, you see a 68-year-old prostitute, and you're like, huh, that's horrifying. Back to my video games. Back to Fallout, where the ghouls actually turn me on more. Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I hope you're out there making me proud, not banging 70-year-old whores. But you know what? If you are, I'm still proud of you. I'm your dad. I'm your internet dad. And you know what? I just cannot be disappointed with you. I really can't. It's just a lifetime of disappointing myself that's made me immune to doing that to anybody else. So, lucky you. Lucky all of you. So whatever you're out there doing, banging 70-year-old whores, ramming fentanyl into your veins, getting pegged by a gigantic black guy, I hope you're doing it voluntarily. So get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice robe on, right? Get a nice glass of champagne. Get in a heart-shaped tub that has dubious water chemistry at best. I mean, the hot tub isn't the only thing that pH is off, huh? You get what I'm saying? Vaginas. If you're working, keep working. Especially if you're a prostitute. You can't let that thing rest. You can't let that thing rest. If you're driving, I hope you're not driving to a whorehouse. Unless you want to. But if you are, stay safe. While driving there and at the whorehouse. So, you know, I care about you. Anyways, Uncle John's so happy you're here. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This here is the Sulk stream. And this is called Inside America's Legal Brothel. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Our pleasure. We'll be
brilliant.
out in the parlor area.
I know exactly where that is.
Okay.
I know exactly where that is.
Okay,
Now,
perfect.
All right,
change
thank you,
personalities.
ladies.
Now I'm changing personalities. I'm very easily affected by music. So that I usually try to go with a vibe. Hello, everybody. And we already have a dono from Big B Trucker. Thank you so much, Big B Trucker. There's the bell. $5. I was going to give you this to the 70-year-old. I was going to give this to the 70-year-old whore, but I'm trying to change. What are you going to get for $5, Big? Big B, what are you going to get for... I know you're a trucker and you like deal with lot lizards. Are the prices really that much of a deal? Right? Or is it a deal? Is it kind of pricey? That would have to be a low-quality lot lizard. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, and I will be your lot lizard in the future. Thank you. Hey, Carrie.
First impressions.
It's okay to be Christian.
I am loving
Background,
Madam Jennifer
armchair.
and Madam
Hello?
Tara. The sole purpose of
We were watching this last night, and it was horrendous.
this room is to service the client. I mean, it might be a bit noisy.
Big B says depends on what you get. Well, okay. What is the dollar menu for a prostitute? Please list that off. I'm going, like, what is the value menu for a fucking prostitute? What do they give you? Do they spit in your mouth? You give them $5 and they spit in your mouth? Is that what it is? Because they're not doing any sort of servicing for that kind of... $5? You can't... $5? I mean, in America, no. You go to Southeast Asia. I don't even know there, right? I don't even know there. Yeah, come on.
Because I've got girls either side of me.
What is the dollar menu for a whore? What if some guy walks in, like a customer, and he's all like, I'll take the redhead. I'll take the redhead British one. And then she's like, I don't work here. And he doesn't take no for an answer. And then she gets raped in the whorehouse. What if? A man can dream.
That's the only thing. Should have bought some earplugs.
Yeah.
I want to find out what life is really like behind.
Because she's hearing porkin'. That's what she's hearing. She's hearing porkin'. You think they really like zhuzh up their attitude when they're getting right? Or you think they're just deadpan? They just take it deadpan. Like they're getting plowed, right? Mish. Let's say mish. And they're just like this. Full eye contact, just like this. I don't... You know, they are technically actresses. And so, bravo, madam.
And the scenes at a legal brothel.
Big B Trucker says a titty for $5? A titty? What does a titty do? What does a titty do? Do they just whip it out and let you look at it for $5? I guess. For $5? Yeah, I doubt that's a very good titty though. That's probably a saggy bitch. You know, that's a saggy lot lizard bitch. You know, you like she whips it out and then it's just looking at the ground. Right? The nipples aren't looking at you, right? It's not making eye contact with you or even like looking up, you know, like some of them. I mean, ideally they would be looking forward. But they're looking at the ground. They're depressed too.
Can you just help yourself? Yeah. It's like an open touch.
You can tell a lot about a woman's demeanor by the direction of her nipples. Are they outward, like crazy eyes? Right? I mean, she's probably insane. Are they down, looking at the ground? That means she's depressed. Are they up? Are they like looking over the trenches like a World War I soldier? I don't know what that means, but that's just funny.
Shut and see if the benefits are all they're cracked up to be.
I need all available ladies to the parlor for a lineup, please.
Background noise says, if I'm paying for an old lady, then I want the old lady experience. Hard candies, nonsense stories, and a meal made with love. I had sex with Gandhi one time. Yeah, just keep doing that. Tell me Charlie Chaplin. Tell me Charlie Chaplin stories. He was quiet.
Is that a lineup?
Yeah, I get it.
We have company, ladies.
Thank you.
Just say whores. Come on, don't say ladies. These aren't ladies. These are whores. They're prostitutes. They're literally whores. We have to make a delineation between ladies and whores. Okay? This is just... I know we like to be kind to women. Not here. But like in society in general. We like to be kind to women and like kind of gas them up constantly. But these women, they're not going to the debutante ball or anything like that. These are dirty whores. Okay? You don't have to call them ladies.
Okay. So this is a lineup, which basically
Pass.
means there's a client and he wants to see.
Next. What? I'm judging whores, honey. I have to be overt and obtuse with it. Well, we'll see.
Who's available.
It's okay to be Christian says, like the streamer, get out. I mean, I'm showing prostitutes on. Yes.
I'm okay here. I can stay here.
Don't make me send the old one to your house. I'll hire the old whore and I'll buy her a first class plane ticket to your house just so we can sit around your living room and fucking fish smell it up, right? Not even do anything. Just be sitting on the couch when your wife gets home. And then you have to have a really awkward conversation about why is there a geriatric whore in the living room? And then you're like, well, I watched this streamer and I gave him $5 and yeah, that's a tough combo. That's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, she's lengthy. She's a beanpole. And do I see abs? Do I see abs? Okay. Okay.
It's still a popular method of choosing a courtesan.
Courtesan? A courtesan. I hate these fancy words for it. Just say whores. Whores. Like Frank Reynolds. Whores. You really got to emphasize the O's.
I'm not saying. It's nice to meet you.
It's okay to be Christian says, I like the stream twice. Don't do that.
The lineup is a stark
Don't do
reminder that the women are here to sell sex.
Fat.
These are beautiful ladies that are available.
She should really wear a bra. It would really help her out. Fat. No. Ew. Ew. She looks like a nice girl, but she's in a whorehouse. Fat. No. Nope. All losers in this. Maybe that one, but I'd have to get a better look.
Which lady would you like to talk to?
None of them. First of all, this one's going to fight me.
Wow.
Because the first thing I'm going to do is drop the hard R. If I'm paying you, I'm dropping the hard R. You know, if I have to pay extra for that, I'll do it. You know, $5 an R. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I can do that. $5? Here's a hundy, right? Because I'm not going to count.
I've really experienced it.
I'm not going to count.
I would very much like to get to know Dasse a little better.
Okay, go ahead and grab her up.
Who'd he pick? Wait, is this the final pick? Or is he just conversating? Can we run a bet? Can we run a bet about who he's going to pick in the final? Who is going to make the God, she is really gross. She looks, look, this one right here looks nice. This one looks, I mean, she looks like a fucking whore. So, where are your place your bets? What are your bets? I would not have expected the fat whore, but who knows? He probably has a thing for the chubsters. No judgment here, sir.
Thank you, ladies.
Having seen the
Ew.
women offer themselves up for selection, I'm desperate to see
Okay, it is what it is. And she's like an alien. Look, she's like 6'5".
what kinds of a man pays for their company at this.
Big B Trucker says you don't have to pay extra. It's expected. To drop the hard R? It should be expected. Right? What if I came in like an 18th century slave master? And I was like, chia! Hello, ladies. Right? Like a bullwhip and everything. I'll take your finest negress. Yeah, the R's will be plentiful.
Establishment. They've given me the passcode.
They just parade them out like a slave auction, right? I mean, I bet you, dude. Some people have that kind of thing, that kind of like fantasy where like, okay, I'm a bidder at a slave auction, and you're just one of you. So okay, put on the collar, and spit at me a lot. No English. No English.
Very at home. And I think I might be in luck.
It's okay. He says that chick in black is built like you. I am not fat, sir. I have 6-pack abs. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you.
Am I alright to come over?
Of course.
Seriously, bro.
As Erica is dining with one of her regulars. How are you?
Old man. I bet a lot of this is old men. A lot of this is old men because like there's an entire incel culture, right? Like Redditors and stuff. You know, people that don't get laid, period. They're not going to whorehouses. Sure, they can afford a whore, but they're not going to whorehouses because, I don't know, societally frowned upon, or maybe they don't have the guts to. When men reach a certain age, which is that gentleman, he don't give a fuck what people think. He'll bang whores. He'll bang whores all day long. And his wife died a long time ago, so he's lonely, and he's probably got a lot of money.
I'm Stacey.
I'm Doug.
Nice to meet you, Doug.
Doug's not his real name.
How's
Here,
things?
Stacey.
How is your...
He signed the waiver, too. That's so funny. Because that's how you see his face. He signed a waiver. What is this? What am I looking at? This is disgusting. What is that? This is the elderly prostitute, isn't it?
How's your day been?
If it was any better, I'd have to be in heaven.
Okay to be Christian says no the broad masculine shoulders. Well, thank you. I do put a lot of work into my shoulders, but to be flexed on by a whore like that, I don't know how to feel. Flattered? Flattered?
And Doug, do you mind me asking?
She is barely held together with silicone and Botox, dude. She's about to die any minute.
What is it that draws you to this place?
The whores? What a stupid question. Are you for sale? What's your price? Probably because you're the winner of this. Look, you're the best looking chick in here by a country mile, dude. So if you want to make some side cash, you know, you want to make a little side cash? You want to come, because that can happen. No one will ever know. Turn the cameras off. No. Leave them on.
I live in a small town.
That's me.
I'm kind of well known in the community.
Lights on, camera on. Okay, action.
And I have a choice of having a relationship out of the marriage.
Rushing says, why not just jerk off? Why not just jerk off instead of going to a whorehouse? I think it has to do with like there's a social aspect to it, right? There's like a human touch, because you can't just jerk off and like, or maybe he doesn't know how to use a computer. He doesn't understand that there's tons of free porn on the internet. Maybe, or maybe he's just like one of those, you know, he's like he's old school. You know, he's still got a phone connected to the wall. You ever go to an old person's house and they still have a phone connected to the wall? That's wild, dude. And it like works. You pick it up and you hear a dial tone and shit. That blows my mind. He's one of those, right? He doesn't understand that there's like computers. Well, he knows about computers, but he just doesn't realize, you know, they're not the size of a house. That would be pretty old.
Marriage in town, which will get all over town, or do it here where it's very discreet, so I don't.
You're on camera. You signed a waiver. This has 21,000 views. There's another 24 people here. Not that discreet.
Hurt my wife, and she didn't find out. My wife passed away, by the way, so.
Told you. I mean, God bless his heart. You know, I mean, he just wants some human contact. And no one wants to hang out with him because he's old, which is sad. That's sad. Probably doesn't have any kids, and so he just goes and bangs whores. Is he really a bad guy for that? Is he a bad person for doing this? Tell me in the chat. Tell me, do you think he's a bad person for going and dicking down whores in his 8th decade of life? I don't think so. I think I can empathize with this man. He's lonely. There's not a lot of opportunities. It's not like he's going on like Bumble or whatever dating apps there are, Tinder, whatever, and like getting a lot of matches. Any match that he would get, probably dog meat, absolute dog meat. And he's not into that. You know, he's not into that. They need to at least they need to be a little spry. Because his old hips, they can't do the pumping no more. You know, this oil rig, it's far past its golden age. So you're going to have to do pretty much 100% of the work. And, yep, tips his hat to her, and then he flips her like a shiny silver coin. And she's stoked about it.
Sorry to hear that.
Now, but we were married 54 years, but it was only the last 12 or 14 that I was coming over here. And
So Katie Christian says he is not a good person. Well, he probably has bodies, dude. He's 70, 80 years old, and he's out here banging whores. He's killed 1 or 2 in his lifetime. Or 3.
she didn't really need the sex anymore.
His basement is filled with whore corpses. And he got tired of banging them, right? Like, they didn't express the fear that he was looking for. And so, he had fun, while they were cold, but then they started to rot. And then he was all like, I can only do this for like 6 or 7 more months. And then he has to go and find a freshie.
But I didn't want to hurt her.
What? I'm not talking from personal experience, but don't you dare search my basement.
In the process.
Did she ever suspect, do you think?
Not to where, she ever found out about the brothels. Just.
What? You were going to brothels when your wife was alive? Okay, you're just a dirty old man.
Deny it. I am so glad that they have a place like this.
So this works well.
Yeah.
And Doug, how was the party?
God, I can't even look at her, dude. Just Bogdanov looking lady, dude. Ugh. Put her back in the casket, for God's sakes.
Different. I wasn't up to par. I wasn't up to par.
Oh, silly.
But it was very.
Well, you're not. He was probably chasing 20-year-old tail and going up against guys that were 50 years younger than him. Maybe not that much. 30 years younger than him. And he was just getting blown out of the water. And he's from a time when it was like a lot easier to get laid. In the 2020s, it's not like it was in like the 80s or the 70s or the 60s or any time in the 1900s. It's tough. It's rough out there, right? It ain't like that anymore, Grandpa. It ain't like, he probably hit the dating scene for a while and he was all like, wow, these women are like 6'5" and they all have Adam's apples. And like, they really have a lot of muscle mass. What's the deal with women these days? I'll tell you, Doug, can I call you Doug? Those are guys. Those are all guys. Those are all men. Some pre-op, some post-op. And if you're into that, you are in for a treat because, boy, the fields are plentiful. However, if you are not, people are going to yell at you and hurt your feelings over it because they'll call you some sort of like ancient bigot, which I'm sure you are. I mean, I'm new bigot, right? You're old bigot. So God bless you, sir. New bigot is a different type of a class. So, but yeah, if you're not into guys, it's going to be rough out there. It's just going to be rough. Because even the females, they're not great. They're not great. Most of them are pretty fat. they have wild ideas about like their rights, and they don't. If you tell one to shut up, she won't just shut up. She'll keep talking, right? And so naturally, your instinct is to go ahead and give them a knuckle sandwich. That's illegal now. Did you know that? I know. I'm totally against that law, but apparently they run the legal system now. So what are you gonna do? Go to the whorehouse, dude. Go to the whorehouse, Doug.
Very good.
We had an amazing time. We always do. It's easy to be touchy-feely with him. He has
Don't touch me, you gross Barbie doll. You aged Barbie doll. Like, ew. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I would not like this lady to touch me. If she touched me, I would, it would make her. Here's what happened. She would touch me. She'd like rub my shoulder, and then I'd like recoil, right? And then she would notice that, and then everybody else at the table would notice that, and then it would make her feel really bad, and then I would be satisfied by that.
and he moisturizes every
Go ahead, touch me. I'm gonna hurt your feelings.
day from head to toe. I love a man who does this.
So pleased to hear that, Erica. You don't want a rough old man.
No, you don't.
Rushing Matt says it's still legal in South Carolina to beat your wife on the courthouse steps on a Sunday. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. South Carolina courthouse steps Sunday in case just steps out of line. Okay. Thank you, Despite.
Erica's such a pro. It might have even been
Thank you.
subconscious, but she was sort of trying to reassure him.
I'm gonna put
In
that
a way,
one.
it's like theatre.
Ew, fat. Ew.
You know, it's a performance, and you must have to master your craft.
It's okay to be Christian says, see you there, boys. Any given Sunday, there's probably just like a line of guys waiting. You know, they got their wives in tow and shit, and then they're waiting for the steps to open up, right? Because there's a fight card, right? And then there's just like a line of guys, and then pissed off women about to get their asses beat. Some for cold dinners, some for more reasonable offenses.
Having a safe place to buy a professional set.
God, this is the Mustang Ranch? Because everyone is so fat. I mean, never mind the tattoos. Some of them are pretty bad though. But let's just look past that. Why are they all so fat? That's the serious problem. You can have one or two chunky ones. One or two chunky ones. You can have one or two chunky ones and then a black one. That's it. That's a decent lineup for whatever customer happens to be rolling in, right? But the black one can't be like, she can't be fat, dude. One or two fat ones. One or two fat ones. That's it. The rest of them have to be at least fives. At least fives. She's not a five. She's not a five. No, she's a 3.4.
Sex is obviously a bonus to a man like Doug.
If somebody disagrees with me, please tell me. If you give her a 3.7 or something like that. If you give her an 8 or something, I'm kicking you from this chat, though.
I wonder if the experience is as beneficial for the courtesans. Just outside Reno, Nevada. Imagine if I walked out for the lineup like this. They'd be like, I'm here.
It's okay to be Christian says ranch dressing, more like it. Yeah, that's actually very accurate. Look, I have horns. This is me in headlights.
To find out if a legalized brothel is the solution to the dangers sex workers can face.
Oh, the old Mexican man. The old Mexican man. I wonder if there's probably some racist prostitutes. I know there's prostitutes that say no black guys. I know there's prostitutes that say no black guys because of very obvious reasons. Because I mean, you're going to get an STD. That's not even, I mean, sure, that might be racist, but they're prostitutes. They don't care. They don't care about being racist. Hard rule, no black guys. Because once they do a black guy, then no other white customers will ever, and the black guy's not going to pay. I mean, even if he does pay, he's not going to tip.
Nice. Maybe I should have brought some heels.
Hey, Brandon.
Some kind of geography teacher.
I'll take the redhead with too much gums, please, because she's by far the best deal here, and she is a soft 6. A soft 6.
Widower Doug wraps up his evening with 68-year-old Erica. I'm curious to hear what it's like for one of the highest booking and eldest courtesans at the brothel. Erica, I had no idea we were directly opposite.
We are. You're
We're
right
neighbours.
there.
Am I right to come in?
Please,
Thank you.
absolutely. Come on in.
Describe the smell. Please describe the smell. Please describe the smell. Please describe the smell. What does it smell like in there? What does it smell like in there?
So how was the evening for you?
Oh, I had a great time. Such a sweet
Ew, don't sit on the bed.
gentleman, and I really am coming apart now.
They thought. She says, I asked a prostitute once why they often say no black guys, and she said because A, they're more likely to be broke / rob them, and B, the big dick. The big dick? So they don't. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure it's about the STDs, but yeah, they are more likely to rob them. But also, the STDs are a major reason. I think she was kind of fucking with you on that second, the big dick. I'm not saying they don't have big dicks. I'm just saying there's not a size requirement or like you must be this small to ride or anything like that. Because they're fucking prostitutes and a lot of them have kids. Not only that, they probably fit a goddamn football up there. So I doubt it's like, oh, no, it's too big for my tight little... No, I doubt that, you old skank. I highly doubt that. So it's STDs. And being beaten and robbed.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Rubbish. You look great.
Women gassing each other up. You're gassing up this 70-year-old prostitute. You look great. You look great. Women are mean to each other. They are straight up so fucking mean to each other. You know why? Because they intentionally sabotage each other. She knows that she does not look great. You look like a living corpse, madam. And the redhead knows that. But they intentionally sabotage each other because they are on competition for the same thing, which is male attention. All women... their currency is male attention. I'll tell you a little allegory that describes this. During World War II, when the Allies came in to liberate a town in Poland that had been cut off from their supplies, so all the men were dead. They were off in war or dead. All the women were starving in that town. And when they asked what the women desired most, it wasn't chocolate, it wasn't bread, it wasn't formula for their children. It was fucking lipstick. It was lipstick. That is what they desire. Starving women. Starving nearly to death. Pretty much to death. They didn't ask for anything besides lipstick. No food, no water, nothing. You know why? Do you know why? Because women have greater access to resources once they attract a man. Right? You're not giving women fishing pole and they're like, "Thank God I have a fishing pole. I can do my own fishing." No. You give them a man that knows how to do fishing, and then they pop, 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 pop until they get a fish. This is their survival strategy. So when they gas up other women like this, they are ensuring their own survival by sabotaging the women around them. And they all do it. They all 100% do that. Your wife might have friends that she says she loves. And she does on some level, but she will be pissed if she ever sees those friends doing better than her. I've seen it. Not with Jess, she's very sweet. But Jess has friends. And when we got engaged, oh boy, she had this one friend that actually went to her to pick out dresses with her. And she was a nasty little bitch the entire time and just stayed on her phone. Didn't even look, didn't ooh or ah or nothing like that because the jealousy was just oozing out of her. My friend's getting married. I don't even have a boyfriend. So yeah. Every single one. They're all designed the same. Sure, there's variations and stuff, but I mean, all cars have wheels.
He alluded to the fact that it didn't go swimmingly today. How do you deal with those kinds of situations?
Here's the thing gentlemen sometimes don't realize is we don't have any expectations except that we're going to make.
Onia says they did also draw fake stockings with markers. Really? On their legs. And he says, John, your stream is muted. Is it? There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to keep going.
You happy. So there's a lot of reinsurance that goes on.
There's nothing I could do. It's Rumble or whatever. I don't know.
It's really a very loving profession when you really.
Ew.
Break it down.
I can totally see how customers are drawn to you.
Well, thank you. Because, I'm a little older than most of the girls. But it actually kind of works in my favor a lot of times because there are gentlemen that like to be with someone more close to their own age. Maybe things are a little more
That's not true. That's never been true.
Relatable. It actually works for me.
And so you're happy with the money that you made today?
Oh, absolutely. I just went on a cruise and I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii.
How much did you make? How much do you make for a whoring? One whoring, how much do you make? Ballpark it. You don't have to give us hard numbers. I would really like to know though.
And then I'm going on another cruise. It's like,
am I just dropping people because no one can watch this? I'm just talking into the abyss, aren't I? Because nobody can watch this. This is bullshit, Rumble. This is bullshit. I'm supposed to be on your creator. I am supposed to be one of your creators. You're supposed to put me on priority servers. Priority servers. That's what I'm supposed to be on. Is it me? Is my internet fucking up? It might be my internet.
If it weren't for lovely men like that, I wouldn't have beautiful experiences like I do.
You're not talking about your job, are you? You're talking about the cruises, right?
And so, is that you done for the day?
I'm doing this, Stacy. I'm taking off my makeup. I think I'm done for the day.
I am going to go and do my very underwhelming.
It's okay to be Christian says, I've hit the like button 4 times now. Make sure you hit it an odd number of times. It's very important. No even numbers. If it's evenly divisible, you're doing nothing. Odd numbers. Odd numbers.
nighttime routine.
It still works. You look beautiful.
Background noise says, "Is this what an orangutan looks like shaved?" Which is that's a callback. That's a callback to a much grosser whorehouse on a palm oil plantation that I don't want to dive into right now. But the orangutan was a prostitute, a slave, a sex slave for palm oil workers that would come in after their hard day on the palm oil farm and rape this orangutan. And apparently she was into it. Not that into it, because they had to chain her to the floor, but like into it enough to where she just like gave up. Indonesians, man. They're fucked up.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
They are. Onia says audio's fine. It's the video that's freezing. Okay, whatever. The audio's the important part. Because these jokes is fire. Are these even jokes, or am I just describing how terrible Indonesians are? No, I'm describing how terrible women are. Indonesians are just Indonesians, man. But yeah, they're bad.
I am completely obsessed with Erica.
Gassing women up. God, you're so fucking predictable.
I'll be like fighting Doug for her.
You don't have to fight. All you have to do is pay her. If you pay her, like, you can pay her. Just pay her. I don't even know how much it is. It's probably like $400 or something like that. I would guess. I have no idea. I legitimately have absolutely zero idea. $500? More?
Sounds like
I don't know.
To dip into my savings.
Or is it less? Is it like $50? It can't be $20, right? They have to like run the house and stuff. Do they decide? Or does the house decide? Or is it like a demand kind of thing? Right? Like, oh, you have to, do you have to schedule them far enough? She's booked out till February. It's going to be expensive. Is it like that?
There aren't locks on the doors, which makes perfect sense because if security need to get in here, they can just come on through. Which serves as a reminder that the women and staff here have to be prepared for the dangers their line of work can attract.
Art Chair says, sparkly one of these bitches makes $500,000 a year? That's probably an exception. They cost between $500 and $1,000 for 1 hour. Whoa. What? For these cows? Ew, what? $1,000. $1,000 for one of these B crew bitches. So what does the good looking ones cost? Like 5? Like 5K? That's wild, dude. That's wild. That's wild. That's crazy, dude. There's no fucking way. How? How are they demanding that kind of money? Duh. $500 an hour? I can't be a prostitute. I'm a man. Critical Thought says a cheap hooker is $160 to $300 an hour. A decent hooker is $500 an hour. A high-end hooker is $1,000 plus an hour. Okay, so she's got the menu right out there, right? Oh, let me see your wine list. Is that she's got it rattled out? Yeah, damn though. Damn. And how do they determine which one of them is cheap and which one of them is a high-end hooker? Because they all think they're a 10s. I've never met a woman that doesn't think she's a 10. I've never. Never. So how do they determine that? Is just market value? Like they say it's $1,000 an hour, and then some John just like laughs in their face. Because I would like to see that. I mean, you know, I've never been on OnlyFans, but I kind of want to go on OnlyFans just to see one of like the lower end ones, just to watch their like self-esteem die, right? Just so, you know, especially if they're newer and they think they're all hot and they have like, you know, because bitches think they're hot. And then they go on there and they make nothing, right? They cam for like 6 hours and they make nothing. And I would love to see the light in their eyes just wither away, and, you know, understand that this is the reason why life is hard for you, right? This is the reason why you're doing OnlyFans instead of being supported by a man, because you ugly, UGLY. You ain't got no alibi, and neither did your deadbeat baby daddy. That's why he's in jail. Yeah. Am I a good person? I don't care. I honestly don't. I have lived my life up to this point doing pretty much whatever I want. And it's worked out pretty well. It's worked out pretty well.
You were crazy busy last night.
I like my life. My life is pretty cool.
I reckon.
I know. It's not fair. It's not fair. Dem's the breaks, though.
Only tomorrow. Busy.
Onia says probably whatever people will pay. Yeah. So I mean, like, it definitely depends on the class of character, right? Because if a guy comes in and he's like really fat and ugly and like peg-legged and like hasn't showered for weeks, I bet he's probably gonna have to pay a little bit more. He's probably gonna have to. There's gonna be a surcharge, right? But if a handsome gentleman comes in, maybe he'll get a discount. You know? Can't all be business. That's all I'm saying.
Right, let's go.
Oh, good morning.
Background noise says they get their snatch graded like a Pokemon card. Is there like a rating system? Is there is there like a department that you call up, like, you know, and they're all like, oh yeah, that's A10, that's mint condition. I don't know about cards I don't know about cards. Do they call up Glizzards of the Coast or something like that? And they're all like, I'd like my my bitch professionally rated. And they're all like, wow, this one's got a lot of wear and tear. It was stored wet. And yeah, pretty low. You might get $200 for it. And then you're like, damn, thought I had a winner. You don't think you have a winner. You know you have a winner. There's a difference.
As I head down to my first...
Big B Trucker says, last time I was in Vegas, a mid one said $400 to go up to the room and whatever I wanted. What is mid? You're a man. I'm going to go ahead and assume you're going to tell me the truth. Give me a 0 out of 10. What is mid? 4.5? 5.6? What is mid? $400, apparently, according to Critical Thought, that's a pretty good deal. If you're getting a mid, let's call mid what mid is, which is 5, a 5.0. If you're getting a 5.0 for $400 and whatever you want, which includes anal, a WYW, whatever you want, that includes anal. That sounds like a steal. A steal, right? These bitches are costing $1,000. You saw how fat they were, right? You saw the crypt keeper pull a guy in, and then she was like, I bet she made $800 at least, if not more, because she's probably got some skills. I'm not gonna. Let's be honest. She's been at the game for a long time. She probably knows how to do it. But okay, so let's just say she's got experience, and so that ups her numbers a little bit. But the general aesthetic of her probably knocks her way down, right? Nobody wants an old woman. That's just a fact. That's just a heart. Unless they're a fetishist. In which case, they're going to have to be charged more. Because those people are weird and should be shot. And if I run the planet, I will shoot them. Personally.
Breakfast.
Personally.
I wonder
It'll be a busy day. I'll have a busy day.
if the palpable female camaraderie here
Ohonia says, imagine getting pissed in for $400. Pissed in. Pissed inside of. For how do you even pull that off? How? Okay, yeah. I mean, you can pee with an erection. Oh my God. For $400. No deal. No deal, dude. Getting shit on and stuff? No, thank you. $400? No.
helps them through what must be a tough job at times.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's okay to be Kristen says, John is acting like he doesn't collect Pokemon. I don't. I never did.
Did you sleep?
Look at you, how glam you all are. Good, actually, yeah. I'm joining Missy.
Despite what you've heard, says, my only real issue with hookers, the only one, is knowing she had some other dudes come on her in the last half hour. Okay. That's viable. That's valid. That's valid.
Sarah, Darcy, and
Some people, that's not an issue. God, she is not pretty. None of these chicks are pretty. She's got a good rack. But that's just because she's fat.
Scarlett to find out more. So typically, the girls can just order what they like, help themselves.
Yep, whatever they want, they get.
I feel like I'm on holiday. Chef Jeff, please may I get an omelette? Thank you. 26-year-old Scarlett has been a legal courtesan for 3 years. And Scarlett,
Oof. Sad.
you had a good night last night. Did you manage to party?
Yeah, I did. You're getting the lingo down now.
I've got the lingo. How are you, Missy? All right?
Almost bedtime for me.
Oh, are you just finishing?
Yes.
So, were you busy last?
I bet these bitches get hammered drunk. Hammered. Like fucked up, dude. I bet there must be a no drug policy or no drinking on site policy, which gets violated daily, right? I'm sure some of these chicks are alcoholics. I guarantee you.
Night.
Okay, got it.
Thought says, I think they should at least compromise and let the Asian massage parlors openly offer handies. I think the incel rage in the world would go down. No, I already covered this. You might not have been here. Thought the incels aren't incels because they can't afford whores. They don't want whores. And it's not strictly about sexual satisfaction. It's about having somebody that takes care of you and then, cooks you meals and then you can vent to and then also gives you handies. So it's not strictly just about handies. Yeah, it is largely about handies, but it's not strictly about handies. They can go to a whorehouse and pay. I mean, anybody can save up $1,000 for a prostitute. Anybody can do that, right? It's not so much about that. That's not why there's so many incels. That's not why. You're overlooking so much here. There's like a core loneliness. This is why OnlyFans is so popular, right? Because they think they're actually conversing with these women, which they're not. They're conversing with like a little Filipino kid on the other side of the planet. But they imagine in their heads that they have a relationship. That's the problem. These people want relationships, not strictly sex. They can go to a porn site for that. They can jerk themselves off. It's relationships they're fantasizing about. Oddly enough, as gay as it sounds, that is the fact. It's loneliness that crushes them, not their wieners, not their sexual desires, although that needs to be reeled in, I'm sure, for most of them. Yes, you are mistaken. You are mistaken. Go interview an incel. I'm sure you can find one. I mean, they're plentiful.
Did some dancing.
Fucked the hottest guy I've seen in a week.
Stop! Missy! Thank you.
Despite Critical Thought just says, get a girlfriend. Oh my God. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You just... What does incel stand for? What does incel... It stands for involuntarily celibate. Involuntarily celibate. And then she's just like, get a girlfriend. How do you not understand the concept of involuntary celibacy? Do you understand that they would like a girlfriend, but they can't get one? Now, the reasons for this are probably... There's a multitude of reasons, right? Most likely it's high standards, probably influenced by pornography. They've watched way too much pornography. They imagine they are going to get like the hottest chick, or at least above 7, above 8, when they look like poop, when they look like a big steaming turd, right? Looks matches are a real thing. If you look like a big steaming turd, you're not going to get an 8 unless you're a billionaire and a man, right? Because even if you're a billionaire woman, well, actually, billionaire women actually do pretty well too. So there's the caveat for you. But most of these men are not billionaires. No, they can barely pay rent. So that's an issue. That's an issue. It's involuntary, right? You can't just say, get a girlfriend. That's way missing so much going on, right? And then you're like, also, just get a whore. Again, that's missing the point. It really is missing the point. I kind of wish it was a good incel documentary, and I've been looking for a long time, and I found a couple incel documentaries, but not ones that I really clicked with and really appreciated, that actually delve into like the deep subjects and like really dug into the lives of these people, like really looked at, like, because a lot of them have like Asperger's or autism, or they're just fucking retarded, right? Like from like vaccines they got when they were babies. So sadly, a lot of the time it's not their fault. And women be women. The women are women, right? They're not going to compromise their comfort just to throw a spurg a bone. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. Women be women, and they shouldn't be judged for that either. Because, I mean, would you judge a wolf for eating sheep? No. It's their animalistic nature, and women at the core are animals. Lesser than humans, which men are humans.
The thing I would really struggle with is if I
what? Argue with me. Make a point.
found them quite repulsive.
All these guys need something different, whether it is the wild Mustang Ranch experience or...
Ben says, God, those incels should understand the hotter the woman, the more head triops? The more head triops, best to have a healthy, happy 7. The more head trips? I get what you're saying. So the hotter she is, the crazier she is. Yeah. No, I like them crazy. I'm sorry. I'll go for a crazy 10 over a stable 7 any day. I mean, I did. So so yeah. What are you guys, you fucking chicken shit? What, you scared? Oh, no, she's too crazy. Oh no, she's gonna stab me in my sleep. My wife threatens to turn the gas on and go to bed every night. And Maybe she'll do it tonight. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. I doubt it. Hasn't happened yet. I don't hear any hissing. Right? Women want you to think they're crazy because they're constantly afraid.
More of a cuddle and intimate and girlfriend experience. Our job is to find something to connect with these gentlemen on, to look beyond the...
Big B Trucker says, I learned to lock my doors at truck stops. I had a woman hop in my truck when I was inside. She begged me to take her out of there and would pay me with sex. Was she hot? Tell me, was she hot? Give me a number. Give me a number, because that matters. Right? Was this some sort of Sarah Connor situation where she thought she was being hunted by a Terminator? Or was she just escaping a pimp? That's probably almost certainly what happened. Yeah, kick her ass out. Kick her ass out. Unless she is an 8 or above. Yeah.
As you say, repulsion.
But we get to say no, even if it's in the middle of the party.
It's true. If something doesn't feel right, you do have the right to end our time with that gentleman.
You girls are so empowered here.
No, you really can't get that anywhere else.
They're whores. They are working with, they're prostitutes, stupid. You stupid. They're whores. They're not empowered in any way. Considering, it really depends on what you consider empowerment. Because getting literally fucked for money doesn't seem empowering to me. But if you literally have nothing else going for you, sure, that's empowering. I guess. But again, she's guilty of gassing bitches up. She's really bad at it. She walks into this place and she immediately sized up each one. And she's all like, I'm the best looking one here. And it went directly to her head. And then what did she do? She immediately snapped. My hands are sweating. Immediately snapped into gassing up mode, right? To keep these bitches where they are, to establish the level, right? Because every woman is always in a survival situation, always. And they are constantly competing for male attention, right? She understands that she's the winner in this scenario, and she doesn't want anybody trying to break that glass ceiling. Women think men make the glass ceiling. No. Women make the glass ceiling. That's where the glass ceiling comes from. Why do you think it's so see-through? Why do you think you can't see it? Because women constantly polish it. They're like, making sure no bitch is getting through this. That's true.
We're so privileged here, so we're aware of that.
Yeah, and the madams, they support us too. Like, if I'm not okay or something's off, it's over. They're going to take care of the situation. And
Critical Thought says the ones at truck stops are never hot. You're probably right. You're probably absolutely right. But, I mean, to be fair, to be really, really fair, there might be one. And then she's just way out of her league. But the thing is, she's just really stupid. She's just very stupid. Like, way dumber than a normal girl. And she just doesn't understand the difference. That scenario I could see. But yeah, I bet a lot of truck stop whores aren't very pretty. Stop the presses.
So I'm really grateful for that.
Madam Jennifer and Madam Tara are our mentors. We learn so much from you both.
We can talk to them about anything, and that's something that I have never felt, even with my own mom, because I know I'm not afraid of judgment and what they're going to think.
Back when we were working, ladies, there was a lot of chaos, and you didn't have...
Back in my old whoring days, I remember we used to wear an onion on our belt. And that would keep away the STDs. And you used to have sex up against a wall. That way the cum would dribble out and there you wouldn't get pregnant. Yep, old whores' tales. Yes, tell us about the good old days. Tell us about the good old days of your whoring past, you old whore. What are you doing as a middle-aged, upper-aged woman hanging out with prostitutes? Shouldn't you be not doing that? Shouldn't you be a grandmother? No.
A lot of support. And so that's
Gam Gam's a whore.
why Jennifer and I know how we want Mustang. We want it drug-free. We want it safe. We know the priorities to put in place for these ladies to keep them.
Everyone in there does cocaine. Dude, a guy, you know, comes in and he's all like, hey, prostitute, hey, whore, you want to do a bump? And then she's like, yes, please. Yeah. Yup.
I'm safe and happy.
Madam Jennifer and Tara's own experience of sex work seems to help them provide an empathic environment
That's
for the
a
work.
clean-ass kitchen, though. I appreciate that. I appreciate how clean this kitchen is. Look, this isn't like your run-of-the-mill Mexican or Asian kid. This is nice. This is clean. I appreciate that.
In women. I'd like to know what else goes into running a legal establishment. Nevada law dictates regular STD and HIV testing, as well as condom use in all brothels.
That's backwards. See, that's why we do this.
I'm joining some newcomers for their mandatory training.
Grab a chair.
Mandatory training. Okay, let's see it. Let's see what. Oh, they're putting on condoms. They have dildos, and this is why it's blurred out. Okay.
Come on up.
Look at this, wow.
This is Chad.
Chad, pleasure to meet you.
And this is Ellie.
Nice to meet
This
you.
is Caitlin.
Chad's the dildo. Chad is the name of the dildo. Chad is the dildo.
Caitlin.
And this is Asia.
Oh, lovely to meet you all. What's happening,
It's not.
Madam Tara?
We're doing a little bit of condom training right now.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay. You want to do it, Asia?
Go
Condom
on.
101.
I can.
So, Asia, how long have you been in?
I've been here for a couple months now.
Oh, okay, so you're fairly new to the industry.
Oh, yeah, she's new.
God, why are they all so ugly, dude?
And her birthday is tonight at midnight.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
I turned 21 so I could sit at the bar.
Oh my God, you are an ugly. Okay, yeah, be okay. You had a rough. Yeah, that's rough, dude. I mean, you gotta feel bad for ugly chicks. You do. You just gotta feel bad for them, dude. Because like, what? That sucks, dude. It's a bummer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's so funny that legally you can work here, but you can't have a vodka and Coke.
Ooh, there's one left for you, Stacey.
Okay. Let me see.
There's your Magnum.
Okay, ready?
She pops it in her mouth. Oh. She's an old pro too. Who knew? Who knew Red was fucking pretty good at the old, yeah, all the way to the balls too, right? You could see the lump in her throat.
Chad, get ready for the time of your life.
Oh my God.
And I'll hold that and then roll. There you go.
Oh, sorry, Chad. He wouldn't be giving me a tip, would he?
You're getting the tip.
There he is. What a guy.
Perfect.
So are you girls relatively new?
I started last month.
Oh, so very new.
I worked independently before this.
And
That means you were a streetwalker, which is like a more whorish than being at a whorehouse. You were a streetwalker. I worked independently. You had a pimp, though, right? You had a pimp. Independently. Shut up. You're not an entrepreneur. You're not a business owner. Oh, no. You were a prostitute, madam. And so are those OnlyFans chicks. Those are prostitutes. Prostitutes. Seems like prostitution is a big industry these days. Only, I don't know. Apparently it's less frowned upon, which is nuts. I think we should roll that way back. Way back. We should really start shaming whores a lot more. A lot more. A lot more. I do it on this show, but they don't watch my show.
how was that?
Sketchy. Scary.
Knobstock says, Bahama John, you put it in her butt. Yeah.
You're meeting
Fuck you.
strangers at a hotel. You don't know what you're going to walk into. You don't.
What, Red? Or this one? She's skeevy, dude. She's skeevy.
You don't know if he's going to have a weapon. You don't know if he's...
So this is sort of a welcome change for you.
Yeah. And I make a lot more money. So.
Critical Thought says she says, interesting. You have a line here. Let's start here. I've interacted with them. You probably have too and just didn't know it. People tell me things. I also have arranged one for a gent or two in my life as a gift. You bought prostitutes for men in your life. Okay. And got one myself once just to give her a back rub. What the fuck? You paid a whore to come over so you can give her a back rub? That's weird. I mean, I'm not going to be judgmental towards you, but no, yes, I am. That's fucking weird, Thought. That's a weird thing to do. Why would you do that? That's weird. Why would you pay a whore, which is apparently pretty pricey, to give her a back rub? Were you on Molly? Were you doing drugs? Whatever. You do you. I don't care.
Make a lot of money.
It can tip it.
She says, I just wanted to give her a positive experience. Well, that's actually very sweet of you. Because the only positive experience is when she gets an HIV test.
Into the thousands?
Buzzing.
So unfortunately, we can't discuss that because all these ladies are independent contractors.
That's a job. Let her cook.
They set all their prices themselves.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought there would be like a menu.
No, everybody's independent.
And so that's not something we can discuss on camera.
Wait, what can't they discuss on camera? What were they saying? What they offer? So they're okay. So each one offers their own experience. So some of them do anal. Some of them do anal. This one right here. I'm just guessing. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's the Asian one. I don't know. But yeah, definitely this one. But maybe this one. I don't know.
I'd love to know.
Knobstock says I'd fuck that blonde. There you go. Go to the Mustang Ranch in Reno, Nevada, and be like, I saw a blonde on a documentary, and I would like to inquire about her services. Is she available? And they'll be like, yeah, she's a fucking whore. Yeah. Or, no, she's dead. Those are the answers you will get.
Women can earn here, but all price negotiations are confined to monitored rooms, and 50% of all earnings go to the brothel. So what happens if courtesans aren't generating the business the madams expect?
JD Grabs, hey JD, says, my gal Stacy Dooley repping Lutton. Well, I'm glad you're... So when you're not like back in soccer teams, you're all like, yeah, we have a local whore that we cheer for. Right? There she is. There's Stacy Dooley. Best head in the game. Any Stooly Dooley. That's what we call her, right? Because things. You English people are fucking weird, man. You guys are fucking weird.
Jennifer, if somebody's not bringing the money in, you have to let them go. Because there's only 28.
Dan Snow says the merch girl whore I met in Vegas wanted $300 and I laughed. Apparently to Critical Thought, that's a deal. Thought, are you sure? Are you sure? Let me see what you listed. She had a pricing menu. It was 160 to 300 for a cheap whore. So that was a cheap whore. And it's a merch girl, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah. So, never mind. Thought you're good. You're good.
8 rooms.
Did you offer her a back rub, Dan Snot? Because apparently that's what Thought does. She buys hookers to give them back rubs because she's like, you had a hard day. Did you make her a sandwich, Thought? Did you get a prostitute to have the boyfriend experience? Okay.
Right. If they don't book for 3 days, we're gonna. Well, one day if they don't book, you know.
Onia says, I'm convinced most bitches do anal. Never met one that didn't. I hear my wife laughing. If you're cool enough, then yes.
We're both checking in on them because
that's
if
the
they're
thing.
not
If you're
here to
cool
work
enough, then
hard
yeah.
and be a good business
Yeah,
partner,
they all do
then
that.
there's a lot of other legal houses in the area they can work.
Knobs Dog says, throat goat dually. Old dual wheel dually, right? The two-hander, right? She, you know, like milking a cow. Only it's
Has that
two
happened
dudes.
recently?
I have somebody right now.
Knobs says, I'd never fuck one of these blown out bitches. I don't even wear rental bowling shoes. Yeah, these chicks are, no. Ew. But bowling shoes, I don't really understand bowling shoes. I don't come in bowling shoes. But maybe people do.
Oh, that I'm just...
Now I'm never going to wear bowling shoes. No, thank you, Knob. Now I'm never going bowling again because I'm going to think back to this fucking stream. And I'll be like, you remember what Knob's dog said? People probably do nut in these shoes on occasion. Or at least it has happened. So there's a chance that when you stick your little piggies into that bowling shoe, it's going to smush around some cum. Do you want to take that chance? Do you want to roll those dice? No, thank you. I already get nervous enough when you stick your fingers in their hole. Like, is that nacho cheese? Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't... not very often.
Knobstock says a petri dish in heels, which is very funny.
Not very often.
It's very funny.
This is, after all, a business. I'm intrigued as to how young women like Asia cope with that pressure.
Asia. She's,
So
a,
you've
she's little. Red is little. God, she is rough for 20. She's 20. Not even 21. She is 20, and she is roughy shit, dude. God, like getting stomped on. Ew. Nasty.
Here for a couple of months.
Yeah, for a couple months now.
And how are you finding it?
I like it. They take really good care of me.
What do your folks make of what you do for a living?
What? What? You mean her mom? She don't give a fuck. She's probably hammered, and her dad is gone.
They're glad that I'm somewhere.
Oh, they. Okay. Are they back in the main, like the home country? Like Filipino land? I don't know what it's called.
Safe, and that I'm not on the street. Came from dancing
You are on the street. You're a whore. You're a prostitute. Whatever.
in a club, so they didn't even really like that because I still had.
Oh, here comes the big fat security guard that gets. He gets freebies every now and again. Let's be honest. He probably gets freebies every now and again.
A drive home.
They like the security, I suppose, that this place offers. What was your...
No, your parents aren't happy with you being a whore. I'm just going to lay that out right now. They're not pleased with you being a prostitute. They're not... If they... I mean, there's no fucking way. Shut up, you stupid whore. There's no fucking way that your dad's not like... You know, sitting in his office when his clients come in, he's like, got a picture. You see my daughter? She's at the Mustang Ranch getting nailed by fucking Mexicans. I'm so proud of her. And you're like in a fucking, you know, one of those. What do people graduate in? I don't know. I never did it. Whatever those fucking hats are called. At your graduation. Whatever. Now you get railed for a living.
First party like?
My first party was actually with
Dan Stott says 20. Holy shit. I know. 20? 20 years old? That's a 20? God, are you only going to live to 25 or 30 or something like that? Because, like, are you a dog? You aged terribly. There's no way. No, you were born ugly. I'm sorry. That's bad genes. That's just bad genetics.
couple, so try to make it seem like I wasn't super new
Maybe
at it.
40.
But I was telling them that I...
No, it's just bad genes. Saggy titties, bad genes.
never actually had sex with the girl
Knobs Dog says I would juggle those titties. Nice.
before.
Right. Is it nerve-wracking? Are you apprehensive? Are you thinking, am I doing this right? If you've never been with a woman before.
So when I was in there, I was telling them that I was nervous.
Critical Thought says in many developing nations, it is not uncommon to encourage your daughter into sex work. So? That doesn't mean they're thrilled with the idea. It's not like, oh, you could have been a doctor, but at least you're getting railed by randos. It's no. No. Yeah, if they're dying of poverty and living in a tin roof shanty and your dad had to sell his kidney just so you could have a little bit of rice to eat, they're probably like, okay, yeah, she's a whore. We've accepted our existence. But that doesn't mean they're thrilled about it. That doesn't mean they're thrilled about it, all right? You know? Come, like, seriously, Thought. Well, actually, in some countries. Shut the fuck up. Come on, dude. No. Being a prostitute is universally frowned upon. Yeah, some people are forced into the business. And a lot of times that's a better business than the alternative. Admittedly. But that doesn't mean it's positive. That doesn't mean it's a positive thing. By any means. No.
And I didn't know what to do, and they said that they couldn't tell. Yeah,
Critical Thought says people take for granted in the West that women have many opportunities. That is a whole can of worms that I'm not about to open up. All right? I'm not about to open that up. I'm really not, because I can't. I just can't. Look, I have a lot to say about that statement. I really do. And a lot of it would be pretty offensive. But women are... It is mandated by the government for people to hire women because they are essentially useless anywhere else but the bedroom. So, what kind of opportunities do they have? No, it's not opportunities if you're forced to hire them. Again, I don't want to open this up. But yeah, if they were actually useful, the government wouldn't mandate people hire them.
said I kept them
I'm just saying.
feeling very young.
I'm just saying. If that were the case, there wouldn't be no law where you have to hire women. Okay? But there is a law. And it is very, very, very enforced. Right? And the reason for this is so women go into the workforce, and that way they won't have time to have children. It is a depopulation scheme. That is all it is. That is the entire crux of it. It's not opportunities. It's a form of daycare. That's what it is.
So this is your room. Cute. I know you're still on the clock, so I don't want to push my luck. We'll get to hang out later, I'm sure.
Yes.
Goofy says, it sounds like something a woman with privilege would say. Right?
When I look at Asia, I do think, well, she just feels so young to me, but she...
Tejas says, women's opportunities are an illusion we have given them. That's also true. That's also true. It just is. I mean, it just straight up is. I mean, I met a lot of women, and a lot of them have jobs. And I worked with plenty of women. They're all bad. They're all bad at their jobs. They're constantly fighting. They like nitpick, and then they like sabotage their coworkers and stuff like that. And any department they're a part of, which is usually HR, is a department that is just straight up not needed. And on top of that, it's run poorly. It's run poorly, right? Unless there's like, I mean, even if there is a man, you know what? Stop trying to suck me into this. I know what you're doing, Thought. You're doing this on purpose. You're trying to get me to be more of a misogynist than I already am. That's not that hard. You don't have to twist my arm to do it. But come on, we're trying to focus on whores right now. Please, please, please. Thank you.
She's 21. She's an adult. I don't know loads of 21-year-olds.
Nonstock says you're forgetting the kitchen, John. Okay, yeah. Sometimes they can be okay at the kitchen. But, I mean, not better than a man.
Who spent their birthdays in a brothel in Nevada.
Gordon Ramsay. Jamie Oliver. I can't name many chefs. Frozen. Look, I have horns again.
Vaza.
It's me in the headlights. Dan Stott says, look at that neck. She ain't 20. I'm telling you, Dan, she probably is 20, but where she lives, her people just don't live very long. They're, they age quickly. 20, most of the women in her village, most 20-year-olds are grandmothers, like revered grandmothers, right? That have bamboo recipes. Yeah, bamboo recipes, like treasured bamboo recipes, because they eat like panda bears.
It's my second night at Nevada's oldest legal brothel, and I'm finally getting to leave the premises.
Last time, Dawson, you
Everybody get into the whore van. Yeah, yeah. Yes, that yeah. God. Is the oldest whore driving? Or I bet they have a man driving it.
In this, we went to the rodeo, all of us, huh?
My God, you're fat. You are a fat whore. You are fat, dude. You're a fat whore.
The rodeo, the cowboys.
They love
Emerald Lagasse, thank you.
us.
Curtis Stone, don't know. Wolfgang Puck. Colonel Sanders. Bingo. Popeye. The chicken guy. I guess there's like Rachel Ray. Oh my God, have you guys seen Rachel Ray lately? She is a disaster. She is a disaster. Hold on, let me look up Rachel Ray. Because she looks like shit. Rachel Ray. My keyboard thinks I'm drunk. Rachel A? No. Ray. Well, this is actually a pretty good picture of her, but she still looks like, I mean, I saw one online and she looks like garbage, dude. She gained so much weight. I don't know. Here we go. Ugh. She used to be cute. She used to like sell dog food and stuff. She used to be cute. Something bad. I'm sorry. Did, like, you become a Reddit mod or something? What happened to you? Did your politics change? You look like shit, Rachel. And I hate that for you. Because look, she used to be cute. She used to be cute. Oh my God. See, don't let that happen to you. Don't be that chick. This is AJ's wife. There's AJ. Where am I at? Right here.
Organised by the madams, the all expenses paid night away from the brothel is a reward for the season's.
Chaos says fat whores get paid by the pound. Maybe. I would not. Ew.
Top earners.
Between heels and a tight skirt, I'm in trouble. Thank you.
Thank you. We're about to take over this restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, the whores are here. And I'm sure... Do women tip? Do women tip? Do whores tip? I don't know. I honestly do not know. But maybe they're excited the whores are here. I mean, they must get paid pretty well.
Cheers to Mustang!
Yes.
Thank you, girl. With everyone in high spirits, now might be the ideal time to broach the subject of money.
Nasty.
So Jennifer, how much do you think?
This is the most annoying table in the restaurant. They're loud as fuck, they're drunk, and they're prostitutes.
The girls have.
Thought says the girls are all discussing their earnings, 500 with 1,000. The chunky one's like, you guys are getting paid. Girls are getting paid. She got a mouthful like M&Ms. All right. She spits out her mouthful of M&Ms. You guys are getting paid? Peppers another whore in the face. She's got a bunch of colored dots.
Made over the last quarter?
Oh, probably 1.5.
1.5 million?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some of these ladies, like...
Whoa! 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 You made $1.5 million sucking dicks? What the fuck am I doing? I'm not sucking dicks. What the fuck, dude? That's not cool. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, congratulations. Whoa. You better invest responsibly. That's all I have to say. $1.5 million in a year being a whore? You're all ugly as shit. I'm gobsmacked. Like, I that's a lot of dick. That's miles of dick. Seven figures. 7 fucking figures. I should. My kids are sleeping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 7 fucking figures. $1.5 million. Then you're a mid-ass bitch too. So you're saying like quality whores make like 5? What? I mean, I guess you're only in the game for what, half a decade tops? But damn, half a decade, and then that's $25 million. If you're out plugging away or you're getting plugged away. No. No fucking way. I need to go to the chat. What's that? What is it? What the fuck? No one. I need to do some math. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's say, okay, it's $1,000 to John. All right, $1,000. 1,000. Okay, so let's say 5 a day. That's 5 a day. Is 5 day too much? So it's times 5. And how many working days do you think they do? Let's say say 300 working days, right? A few months off. $1.5 million. $1.5 fucking million. 5 a day, $1,000 a pop, 300 working days, $1.5 million. Fuck me. What the fuck?
Your best year, how much have you made?
14.
On a good year, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Now
14 what? 14 what? $14 million? Are you telling me you made $14 million in a year? Never mind. You know what, guys? I don't know what to do with myself. I think I'm going to throw up. I don't know what to do. You made $14 million in 1 year whoring, being a whore, being a fucking whore. $14 million. So you're making 40. What are you doing with that money?
we're just gonna eat and drink and
enjoy.
And yes, it's nice to get out.
Are you guys as surprised by this as I am? Are you guys surprised by this too? Or am I just fucking being stupid? Am I just being a naive dickhead? $14 million. $14 $14 million in 1 year from being a cock-hungry slut. $14 million? What? So you're saying the lazy ones make $1.5 million. You're saying the lazy ones make $1.5 million. Or the gross ones. You know what? I understand what when she was all like, some parents, in developing countries, they want their kid to go into sex work. Yeah, I get that now. I mean, if you're living in a tin roof shanty and your fucking little whore of a daughter goes off and makes 7 figures a year, yeah, okay. You can look past a lot of shit. You can look past a lot of shit, can't you? You sure can. No tin roof shanty for me no more. No, now I get house stuff. I get a toilet to piss in. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. What's the cut the house makes? That house must be pulling in cash. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Whoa. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. Whoa. I feel like a goddamn fool.
And when you come out,
I feel like a fucking
outside of the
fool.
ranch, do you ever kind of bump into clients? and
Jess
how-
White says, nah, this is shocking. Right, Jess? Right? That one bitch, $14 million in 1 year from being a nasty little whore. And then she's living the high life. Yeah, no man will have her for sure. Well, maybe. 14 million. 1 year. You're doing this. And that bitch is like 68. That's generational wealth. Critical Thought says, because she can make another $14 million this year, I just wonder how they handle their taxes. They're not doing them themselves, right? They're not, 14. So we're talking a lifetime earnings of like $500 million. That's what we're talking about. Like, because one bitch was 68. She was still plugging away. Is that what you're saying? Maybe not that much, but easily in the hundreds of million. Well, not easily. Yeah, 10 years. Let's say 10 years, right? You start when you're a young, fresh upstart. And then 10 years, you got $150 million. $140 million. But that's their best year. That's their best year. Still, holy shit.
Is there anyone in here this evening?
Yeah, we always have our security. He's our watcher.
Thought says the government's off my ass if I mess up $5 on my business expenses. Yeah. Yeah, because you're not pulling in $14 million a year. Thought. Maybe you should rethink some things. I'm just saying. You're giving out back rubs to whores. Maybe that's what they're doing like 95% of the time. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe they're getting back rubs and like just talking nice to people, and then they're getting fucking, my God, dude, I'm dizzy. I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. I need to drink some water. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. I should have been a pimp. I don't know why I'm not a fucking pimp. I'm stupid. I feel fucking stupid. God.
Yeah, we've got security with us.
Yes.
Why is that important?
So if these ladies need to go to the restroom, security is going to shadow them just to keep them safe and make sure they're not being approached.
A lot of peace of mind, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when you're worth that kind of money, Yeah.
I know you
Being a mid low mid 4.5s. It's crawling with 3.5s to 4.5s, and they're like, yeah, I made $1 million last year. Shut up. Nuh-uh. You made $1 million, bitch. God. Whoa. There's no other industry they could make that money in like that. No, these aren't, no fucking way. No fucking way.
hold zero shame in terms of what you do for a living. But to other people who are perhaps a bit more conservative, do you ever sort of hear them sort of whispering or?
Oh yeah.
And how does that make you
invite
feel?
them out. Come out. We'll buy you lunch and take a tour. Every outing we go to, somebody we pass our business card to and say something to. Don't.
Yo, I suck dick. Oh. Okay.
Judge anybody if you haven't been out there, if you haven't experienced it. You shouldn't be judging.
I'm sorry. I'm flustered. I really am. I am shocked. I'm shocked. In my head, I thought prostitutes were poor. I thought they were poor trash. And they like died, with a needle in their arm and stuff, which they still might. Just in a very nice house.
Our way of life at all.
Do you feel like a big gang?
To have a group of wonderful ladies that get what you're going through and that
Stop saying ladies.
I get you. It's like, girl, I've been there, and they get it, and you don't feel as like alone in it, I guess.
And if you got
Thought says, so this ranch place is legal? Is it in Vegas? No, it's in Reno. Yeah, it is legal. Nevada legal prostitution is legal in Nevada.
mates that are outside of this line of work that just don't understand why you do what you do?
Yeah, it's hard.
Chaos says you can get room service whores in Vegas. Yeah, and I'm sure they cost a pretty penny too. I'm sure they're not cheap.
Like, I have a best friend from 4th grade that I just never told.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're probably like, oh, have you heard about Tiffany? She's a prostitute now. She rolls up in a fucking Bentley. Not even a Bentley, a helicopter. And she's like, yeah. Yep, I'm a prostitute. I rattled off $10 million last year. What did you do? And they're just like... That'll turn some bitches. That'll turn some bitches for sure. Good for you. Good for you. Honestly, good for you. I am changed now. I was judgmental. I thought you were just some normal dirty whores. Apparently, you're all millionaires. God damn. Like, you might as well. You're making more than professional athletes for being mid. You're not even talented. You're mid. Your soul is gone. Yeah, but apparently it's worth quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, I'm afraid of losing that friendship.
It can be very isolating.
Yeah.
Isolating, sure.
I mean, what the girls illustrate.
And then it says, John, you could probably make some gay for pay money. I know I could. Shut up.
Is how important it is to have like-minded women, sisters, I suppose, because it can feel really isolating and it
My shirts are too small. This shirt's too small.
can feel really lonely at times, and people do judge what these girls do for a living.
Rocky McCobb says the whores in Chattanooga are mostly really gross. Rocky, have you seen these whores? These millionaire whores? They're fucking gross. But they're millionaires.
I'm up early.
And yes, I could do gay for pay stuff and I would make a mint. Yeah. I'm not doing that though. But I know. Teal says, yeah, the whores in Baltimore at the one strip club in the daytime was disgusting. Yeah, I bet that. Hey, Red. So she's like doing this reporter gig and stuff. And then she's all like, she walks in. She's like, I'm prettier than everybody in here. Ha, 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 ha. And then she's like, what's your best year? And she was like, $14 million. And then I bet her jaw hit the goddamn floor. She was just like, gah. Gah. And then what is she doing? She's like, oh, this is my room now? Okay, I'll put on the dress. And then here we go.
And it sounds like some are still partying. Someone's...
Hold on. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? That one chick she was making money.
What a fantastic time. My stay at the Mustang Ranch so far revealed the importance of sisterhood at the brothel, with 2 former courtesans in charge playing a crucial role.
Jess Wick says, I mean, if you're a classy MILF and you can leave your life for a year and do this, very tempting. But I don't think I could go through with it. Damn, $7 million in a year, just damn. Well, like her best year was 14 mil. So 7 mil would be like an okay year. $14 million. Yeah. I mean, if this wasn't, well, the thing is, everyone will know. Everyone will find out. Everybody in your life, every future, everyone will always know for the rest of your genetic line. They will know you were a whore. But $14 million sounds kind of worth it. I'm not a girl, but damn.
So exciting. Are you going to put these
on Asia Store?
That's more than most people make in a lifetime.
And this is extra special because it's her 21st birthday.
Right.
And then it says Chrissy Marr horse teeth. Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful sapphire ring.
Goofy Boots says John would make a great gigolo. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
She's going to be so made up with this.
I'm wasting my time doing this shit, right? I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm going to be funny on the internet. No. I'm a goddamn fool. I am a fool. I'm a little upset. I'm a little mad. But like, I'm also like, I'm proud of them. Why am I proud of these whores? I don't get it. I have a very strange collection of emotions going on inside me, and I wanna belittle them and be like, "Ew, you're a nasty whore," but I'm like, you're worth like $50 million. That's stupid. You're worth a stupid amount of money. That's stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
With birthday girl Asia turning 21 today, she can now
take
a
sip. You go, Asia. You go, girl. You go. I mean, seriously, you fucking go. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing else in this world that you were going to make the kind of money that you're going to make here. So I salute you, bitch. You give it your all. Holy shit.
At the bar for the first time. I'm curious to hear how the madams support more vulnerable.
Goofy Boots says, I'd put weird things in me for $14 million. You say that, dude. You say that. You can see this chick's nipple. You say that, but I think now, pardon the pun, when push comes to shove, I think you're probably going to check it out.
Vulnerable younger women. So I get the sense that for a lot of the girls, you are...
It's a very good pun.
maternal figures.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more than just a working relationship.
Absolutely.
I mean, is there a difference between...
Tejas says, John, you can trick out 20 bitches, convince them that you are investing their money like Bernie Madoff. We keep all the money and dump their bodies after 5 years. I mean, that seems to be a pretty good plan. I wonder if they're doing something different, or maybe all whores make that. No, not all whores. These must be like, there's got to be something special about it. Like legal. It's legal, but like, god damn, for $14 million or for like, let's say $1.5 million base pay, you think they can get prettier girls? Come on. Right?
being a madam and being a parent.
Critical Thought says, you're a nasty whore. Can I borrow $20? Can I borrow $20,000? You make that a night. Maybe over the course of a couple nights, you can lend me $20,000. I'm trying to buy a boat.
I don't think there is a whole lot of difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
You with your fucking mega yacht, the whore's yacht, a whore yacht. They can buy, I don't think chicks like boating, but like a whore can buy a yacht. I hate this world.
At all.
I hate it.
Because
I hate it.
even your child, you're going to teach about being safe and about money and finance. And you're doing the same thing here. You want your kids to succeed. We want these ladies to succeed too.
We teach them how to be.
Despite what you've heard, it says, John, you should dress like John Voight from Midnight Cowboy. I'll dress like John Voight from Anaconda. I'll do like the I killed a snake. Roll that out. I'll do a different character every night for that kind of cash. I'm no whore, but I'm also not a whore. I'm not a whore. You know? I'll say the N-word for $10. I'll show my nipple for 20. Like, seriously, it's just like, how far will you go? And if the number seems to be right, I can, there's therapy I can go to, and like, there's a lot of shit I can deal with, right? I've been through shit in my life. I have. I didn't get paid for any of it. I can go through more for $14 million. I'm just saying.
Independent, open their own checking accounts, get their own phones.
Pay their taxes.
Pay their taxes.
When this house makes money, they're putting it right back into this house. They're hiring more security guards. We're going through training.
Why didn't they blur out this one? Why didn't they blur out this one? He seems kind of drunk.
Hiring more chefs, so it's always coming back to them to benefit these ladies and what they need and want. And that you don't need a man or a manager or a pimp or...
Oh, Lord have...
There is a pimp there, though. There's a man owns that place. I guarantee you a man owns that place, and he probably is rich as fuck.
Mercy, no way.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think we lead by example, too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we've had our own issues with,
Jeff says, seriously, LTS, some chick sucked 23 dicks in 37 minutes. That's impressive timing. Okay, I gotta do more math. 23 dicks divided by... Wait, no. It's 27 minutes divided by... Oh, shit. 27 divided by... Every 1 minute, 1.1 minutes. So let's say 70 seconds. So every 70 seconds she sucked a dick. Oh, 37 minutes. So a little bit longer. That's pretty impressive though. Why would you stick your dick in that? There's like a train of guys and like, oh, I'm next in line. Right? You just standing there with your dick out in a line of dicks. It's just like whack-a-mole. Right? Why would you participate that? Why would you participate in the Lily Phillips thing where like you just run a gigantic train on this chick? Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? What kind of person are you? That's fucking nasty, dude. That's gross. That's what? Okay. You're like 500th in line and you're in the middle. And you're not, whatever.
Going down that avenue. So you go as
Just Egg says math. John, read my mind. I don't math. I'm not a math person.
far as you possibly can.
She did some 3 at a time. You're kidding. She did some 3 at a time? She tri-dogged him like this. I have a blue tongue.
And to help them.
Have you been treated badly yourselves in the past? Is that why you're so passionate about?
Part of it, I think.
It's part of being a whore. But you know what? You know who else treats you badly? Is an office manager that you go in every single day at 8 a.m. and then you clock out at 5 and then you get treated like shit for 8 hours and then you fucking have to drive home. You're to and from work in traffic an hour a day, right? An hour a day just to get treated like shit for 8 hours. And you fucking hate it there. You have this like little break room and you have dickheads coming and constantly fucking talking to you, telling you the same shit ass joke. And then you're just like, you go home, you get your paycheck, and it's cut in half by the fucking government. And it's not even enough for you to enjoy anything. And then you look and you watch this documentary, and this whore made $14 million. And then you drive a van into a Christmas parade.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people just have a breaking point. I'm telling you. Some people have a fucking breaking point.
This industry changed my life. It gave me an opportunity that was...
You okay?
Yeah, no, endless. You know, it's good. So when we...
Jess Wegg says just 3 dudes standing there with their dongs out next to each other. Touching. Touching. It's like a dong bouquet. It's a wiener bouquet, and then she's right? But 3 of them. Like that. Don't you fucking Photoshop that. Don't you fucking Photoshop that. Don't you fucking do that.
Have the opportunity to change.
God damn it. God damn it. I know you're going to do it because you're fucking assholes.
It's emotional.
I don't get $1 million a year doing this. And I get a bunch of photoshopped of dicks going in my mouth. You know? It's like, I'm still getting the shame, but I'm not making the money. You know? It's stupid.
I get the impression
I'm a fool. I'm a stupid, retarded fool.
Tyra and Jennifer, they've been around the block. And I think for them it's about feeling empowered and like they're in control.
Don't you dare cry. Don't you dare cry.
We know so many people are ready to push the boundaries when it comes to sex workers.
Rocky says, I later found my friends were doing freaky shit. I can't imagine doing anything with another dude there. No wonder they didn't tell me right away.
Care about their girls.
Holy
It's your
shit.
birthstone too, Sapphire. That was cute because you could see your reflection in the.
And then says, there's something so sad about an aged whore. Well, yeah, but when you find out how much she made, it's not that sad.
Pool too.
After their 12-hour shifts, the women are confined to the communal areas for socialising.
Do you need like a group shot?
We would love that.
Yes. I've got a great eye.
Jess says, and quite possibly had fun 80% of the time she was working compared to being miserable 100% of the at an office job making peanuts. Yeah. Yep. 100%. God. Because you know they're partying too. Like the guys, and they're all like, you want to do coke? Let's get drunk and shit like that. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, on like the opposite side, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And for some, having an online presence is key to winning more business.
You look great in these.
No, you don't.
Fab.
Thank you.
There's got to be.
Background noise says, that looks like it's going to be real toothy, John. I'm not a pro. I'm sorry. I'm not a pro. I'm just...
one here.
Thank you.
Oh my God, total pleasure. So, do you make more here than you would on those?
Teos says, Jess, you want to let John suck dicks for money? He could probably make some decent money, LOL. I mean, she does try to pimp me out, but not like actually. She tries to pimp me out on this stream, which, you know, it's not making $14 million a year. I'm gonna level with you guys. It's not making that.
Those kinds of platforms?
Maybe one day. Right now, no.
Personally make more money here than any other.
It just is a really good avenue to find clients. Like, I get a lot of people on
Bitch, are you wearing a wig?
Instagram, and then like Dawsey does with her TikTok.
She wearing a wig? Is this a wig? Is that a fucking wig?
And I have a Twitter too.
Big on Twitter, don't even.
No, it's all my husband. I can't take credit for that.
You're married?
Yeah.
Seven figures.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
For 9 years now.
A long time.
We were married and then had a baby within a year of that.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're a mom. You're a fucking married mother. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you guys lost your mind as much as I did. I hope you learned something. What the fuck, dude? Hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. And hey, I have a $14 million goal. If you guys want to donate to my Ko-Fi or my PayPal or something like that, I would definitely appreciate it. $14 million. I hope you guys have a great night. And, does anyone want to be a prostitute? I will pimp the shit out of you. I will pimp the shit out of you. Anyways, thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a good night. And what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? What the... Whoa! Whoa! Anyways, drink water to get a good night's sleep and what the fuck? Holy shit! Take care of yourselves because I care about you too. What the fuck? Holy shit, dude. I'm an incredible soul. Holy shit. Like a bulldog's just growl. What the fuck? I can't believe that. Through these trees, questioning the world. Fucking retarded. Fuck my life. Talking about Bigfoot. Yes, monster too. Government lies that fear.